Hello,
Was good.
welcome back to the show.
Yep, I'm
Today
still
it's
great.
today it's only me and Diego.
Mm,
Petzo has something to do. He's busy.
I actually showed up too.
Yeah, I was like an hour late. I slept in, but the show must go on. So here
Yep.
I am.
Well, let's get on with it then.
Okay. Uh,
Mind if I speak my mind for a second?
yeah. Speak your mind. What's been up today? What have you been doing since I like?
I've been very intrigued in Dragon Ball lately. Like I've watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. I still have yet to watch Dragon Ball Kai or the other ones, the movies. I need to watch them. But what I'm really interested in, what if Jiren, Jiren
The
from
bald
Super
one?
Saiyan, Dragon Ball Super.
The
What
bald
if
one.
Jiren? What?
He's the bald one, right?
Yeah, the bald alien. Yes. What if Jiren? He talked a lot of trash in the show. Yeah, but what if he talked trash like in COD lobbies back in like 2000?
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
swear just for a sec. I'm just gonna swear for a second here. Hey, Jiren, let's fight. Shut the fuck up, Goku. Golden joins in.
Go play your
Golden joins
silly
in.
ass Fortnite.
Golden joins in. He's just like, hey, don't talk to my dad that way. What dad? Get
Bruh.
it? Because Goku wasn't there for like half of his entire life, basically, his entire
Except for
childhood.
that scene against Perfect Cell where he had to do the one handed like Kamehameha.
No, that's Gohan. That's
Oh
Gohan. I
yeah.
think Goten wasn't alive during the Cell games.
Go 10.
Goten looks exactly like
Go.
Goku.
Man, I forgot. Anyways, it's like what you just said, it's like in Avengers Endgame when Thor is fat and plays Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go over to your house and I'll stick my hammer up your ass.
Yep.
And it's like I'll rip your
Also,
arm off. And then it's like,
you
oh
know
yeah,
that
go
show on
fight for
Disney
your mom.
Plus, the what?
Oh, the What If show?
Yeah, the What If show. The latest episode though was insane. Do you know what happened?
What happened? Because Disney Plus here doesn't work, sadly.
Uh so what happened was, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen it so many times.
It Yes, exactly. But what if he won? What if he got Vision's body? What if he got it? Right?
Oh,
He he laid waste to the planet. He got into the nuclear code, launched all of those onto Earth, and killed everyone except Natasha and Hawkeye. I forget his name. Clint. Yeah. Right.
wow.
And he wasn't done there. When Thanos came to Earth to get the stone, he cut Thanos in half with one like with the Mind Stone thing. He cut him in half and took the Infinity Stones. After he took the Infinity Stones, the Infinity Stones enveloped him and made him basically a god. And then he found out that there were worlds beyond his own that needed cleansing, because he thought peace meant destroying everything, all life, right?
Wow.
So he goes out to different planets, destroys all of them, destroys everything in his known universe, and then he thinks he's done. He thinks he's done, and then the Watcher, which is one the god of the god of
Oh,
the
yeah,
multiverse.
yeah, yeah. And it's like, as he looked around him, he realized that there was one other. And then he turns
He
around
became
and
aware.
he's like, he became aware. I've seen that scene. And then he turns around and he's like, who are you? And the Watcher is like,
Yeah, and it
what
was
the hell?
crazy. That part of the show was insane, because you didn't expect Ultron to see that scene, because Thanos didn't see that. Thanos never saw that, right? But he never had the same consciousness as Ultron. He's an AI. He already knows his brain is capable of that, right? of
Yeah.
expanding constantly. But
Expanded brain.
exactly, and he literally went into between multiverses to fight the Watcher. It was insane. He did fight the Watcher. It was a whole fucking fight scene. Sorry, pardon my French, but it was crazy.
Pardon my French, but
It was crazy. It was actually insane. And in reality, because he said when he finally like broke through the multiverse in between multiverses, he was just like, "I finally found you," which it would make sense that it would take him a very long time to do that, right? Because
yeah,
if
there's
you
a
think
lot of
about it, breaking through them,
multiverses.
there's a lot of multiverses. He can't just go right in between them just like that. He needs to. He needs. There has to be more steps, right? Various steps,
Yeah.
and it was just an insane episode. And he also brought in Doctor Strange at the end of the episode, like the evil version of him.
Oh,
Which
bruh.
there's also an evil version of Doctor Strange. He destroyed his own universe by accident.
By accident, that makes him evil.
Well, the reason why he did it was because his girl died. It was the surgeon in Doctor Strange, like the girl surgeon.
Oh, yeah,
Forget her
yeah.
name. Yeah, she died, and then he was heartbroken, and then he
He was
went
like,
he went back
alright,
in time.
time to become the sorcerer. The sussy sorcerer.
Sassy Sorcerer. Oh my god. All right. Well, now that that's off my mind, one more thing too. Have you heard the song "Masquerade" by Silhouette? I think that's what it's called.
I don't think I have.
It's so good. It's like a Halloween type thing. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween like by CLZ. CLZ. It's really hard to pronounce. I'm gonna put a link into the. I'm gonna put a link into the Discord chat. It was insane. This song is great. There you go. It's like a Halloween type song, right? So it's just like,
Oh, is it like a
but it's
nightcore song where it's really fast sounding?
it is really fast sounding. Yes.
Oh, so it's one of those songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those songs are pretty okay.
Yeah. The only thing you could also the slowed version of it's pretty good too.
Yeah, but then the slowed version of it would just be a normal song.
I guess so. Yeah.
Just
But
like,
still, it sounds good.
yeah, it probably sounds good. I don't really, I can't listen to it on the podcast, but
I
yeah.
could put it on, like from my computer, because I have my computer right in front of me. You should be able to hear it.
Maybe not. That might
Maybe
not
not.
work for the podcast.
You might be right.
I mean,
I'll leave
after I
it then.
can listen after the podcast, but just because we're recording, it might be a
It's
little
difficult. Yeah,
complicated.
it's fine. All right. Let's move on then. Now that I've spoken my part. Hold on.
Okay, I'm just gonna look for a topic here.
All right. So what's next on the list, or on the what do you call it? I guess
The list. It's just a list.
it's just a list. Got it.
Got it. It's just a list. Okay. Before we talk about any topics, have you heard of Gianni Man something? He's the guy who does all the voices for the memes.
Johnny, what something?
Not it starts with his last name starts with an M. Like Man something. But he
Curtain.
he does a pretty good Duke Nukem impression, and he's just like,
Oh, I think I've heard of him, but
yeah. There was one where he's like, "Sorry, ladies, I have a date tonight, a play date.
yes.
You wouldn't get it." And then some music starts playing.
Okay, yeah.
You're playing Roblox?
Yep, I'm playing the Squid Game game right now.
Oh my god.
Have you watched Squid Game?
No, I haven't watched Squid Game. That's a topic,
It's
Squid Game.
it was incredible.
I am not too interested in shows like that. I mean,
My head's in the wall.
my head's in the wall after being shot by a gun from a giant idiot girl, baby. Playing red light, green light. What's happening? I want money. I mean, the show seems pretty good. I'm just not. I don't really watch Netflix shows except for anime.
I watch Netflix shows. I
I
definitely do,
watch a
but
lot of YouTube. That's why I don't really watch Netflix at all unless I'm out of the house. Cause then I don't know why, but that's like my. I just won't let myself watch Netflix at home for some reason.
I
It's
wonder
weird.
why.
It's weird. I'm not
It's
sure.
weird.
I usually just watch Netflix out of the house. And I'd be like, "Oh, this is a pretty good series." Download a couple episodes and then just watch them when I'm doing other things, like being
Mm,
somewhere else or in the car when we're driving. You know?
yeah. Well, I definitely like sometimes you know what I'm watching right now?
What are you
I'm
watching?
watching Baki.
The new one
Baki.
or the old one?
The older one right now. I'm gonna watch the
Uh
new one after I
oh
watch the old
yeah,
one.
that's really good. I watched the first episode of the new one, which is just called Baki Hanma. They just added his last name to the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good already. It's literally the same show, just split up into two shows. But like they took the craziness from the first show and just made it crazy. Crazy craziness. Just
You
extra
might hear a
crazy.
bit of gunshots, by the way.
Because of the Squid Game.
Yeah, I need. Yeah, we're playing red light, green light right now, which
Incredible.
is yes. Anyways, what?
Outstanding.
Oh my god, you could push people.
You can push people. Oh my god, I can hear the little girl talking saying like red light, green light. Oh my god.
This is scary. Keep going, keep going, keep talking. I can do this. Oh my god, bro, this is stressful. I never knew. No, I died.
You
All
died?
right. Yeah, I got shot right in the head.
You've gotta you should just like before she says the last word, just stop walking. Because people usually overestimate when she's gonna stop talking and they think they have enough time, but they
That's right.
don't.
That's what I was doing before. But the thing is, when she said the last word, and she said and I thought I timed it right so that when she said green light, I could be ahead of everyone else if I do that. That guy's wearing a dinosaur costume.
Bruh. So I'm actually just like this is off topic, but I'm part of the Uncle Dane Discord. Uncle Dane is a big TF2 YouTuber, right? He's like the most well known engineer main, and
Okay,
he had a series called MVM with YouTubers, which is man versus machine with YouTubers. And the last
right.
one he did, like those barely come out. The last one came out like a year ago, so that's pretty cool to see. Playing on stream with Dane, so he's streaming right now. That's pretty epic.
I mean, I don't know him myself, so I can't.
I mean, if
Uh,
you can just like watch his videos, he's pretty good. But I mean, you don't have to. But that's pretty cool to see. You know that I can be like updated like that and just
uh,
know when the next. Because the last one he had like video game donkey, iDubbbz, RT game. Because like RT game and iDubbbz, I think they played TF2 for a while. Who else?
I
There's a lot
that's
of
cool.
people who played TF2 before like any other game, really. Because the community is still going strong. Like, very strong for some reason. The game won't die. For some reason. And they already released a couple updates just because the community is like, hey, where's the update? Where's the update? Where's the update? They added snakes to Snake Water. The Halloween modes are up. They need to add Halloween contracts so
Yeah,
people make
they keep
video.
going at it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I respect it
There's
too.
like one developer working on TF2. Everybody else is working on like what? Half-Life 3. Psh.
Half-Life 3, that's actually coming out.
Uh well, that I'm guessing that's just what they're going to be working on. What else would they be working on, you know? All
Yeah, I
right.
guess so.
Let's choose a new topic. I guess that's enough talking about TF2. For some reason, my Steam is open.
So what's the next topic then?
Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. Uh, let's see. The next topic is: did you watch the latest Nintendo Direct when it came out?
No, I did not.
I did, and there is a
Was it
lot
good?
of stuff. They announced Bayonetta 3, and now Bayonetta has long hair, and it's like thick long hair. And she has like a new outfit too. It looks pretty cool. People were really like excited for it. There's a new
Well,
Kirby
yes,
game.
it's Bayonetta. Who isn't excited for that? Like, let's be honest. Probably, I would honestly say Bayonetta is one of the most.
Okay,
Uh,
we're talking about the Nintendo
ex-
Direct here, not Bayonetta.
but the new you said you were talking about a new Bayonetta costume.
I mean, yeah, there's a new game coming out,
Oh, that's
Bayonetta
good.
3. But
Bayonetta 3.
yeah, so now she has like in the first one she had a ponytail. In the second one her hair was like short, and now in the third one it's
Okay.
gonna be long
Okay.
again. But there's more to the Nintendo Direct than just Bayonetta. There
Oh, of
was
course. Yeah.
a 3D Kirby game coming out where Kirby explores like the ruins of a city. It looks pretty cool because it's like Super Mario Galaxy but Kirby and not in space. So that's exciting to hear because if it comes to like Nintendo Switch or something, you could just play Kirby. Because I have Super Mario. Well, I don't have Super Mario. My brother has Super Mario Odyssey, but he beat it within like the first 10 hours of playing it. Or like within the first like 5 days, he already beat the game and then didn't do anything after that. Or actually, no, he didn't beat the game. I beat the game. He played
You beat
Spider
the
Man
okay.
Miles Morales on my PS4, and then he beat that within like 3 days of playing it. Because that was during Christmas. He got Super Mario Odyssey, and I got Spider Man Miles Morales. My family got it for me. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I can play Spider Man. And Spider Man Miles Morales, that's a good game. That's really good.
It was a good game. I've never played it, but I watched someone else play it. One of the best games I've ever watched.
Yeah, like it's
Honestly, great gameplay.
honestly, if it was longer, it probably would have been better than Spider Man PS4. But speaking of like just talking about like they're both kind of standing up for their own things. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales isn't about saving the whole of New York City against all these criminals and prisoners like how in Spider-Man PS4, which came out in 2018 by the way. It had a part where all the criminals break out from like all the prisoners too, not just like the Sinister Six, like all the criminals, prisoners, everything break out from prison, and they were all roaming the streets, and there was snipers everywhere. And then on
Yeah,
top of that, you also had the demons who were like having
the
outposts, and
the
they would
from
look for
Mr.
you.
Negative. I think that's his name, right? Mr.
Yeah,
Negative.
Mr. Negative. He's an Asian guy.
Yeah,
Honestly, his character was pretty good because he
he was
wanted to
pretty good.
like take down Norman because of how they experimented on him as a child. and then he lost both of his parents. Like he has a very justified reason for being that angry, or should I say,
Oh yeah.
negative. But then he would use his powers to like kind of take control of people and then make them do bad things, like bomb an area wearing a bomb vest, like like bad
Yeah.
things. And that's how Miles lost his dad. But then in Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's more of him protecting his own. Like he has to protect New York, yeah, but he's also protecting his own like streets and stuff.
Yeah. Like the
He's
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
the friendly hood Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's literally protecting his hood.
Yeah.
I think it's like what was it? I don't remember the name. I'm not a New York person. It's like I have no idea. I don't know if it's
Let's
like
just
I think it's Harlem, Upper Harlem.
Harlem. I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is actually from Harlem.
Yeah, Upper Harlem. I don't know if Upper Harlem is the thing. I just know it's Harlem. But yeah, basically he just has to like stop Finn from blowing up the city because she's mad at the company that killed her brother from sickness, which is like
Yeah.
almost the same thing in Spider-Man PS4, but Spider-Man PS4 didn't just focus on Mr. Negative. That was like the first half of the game.
And you know what my favorite part about the the game was? I love graphics in games, right? I love graphics in games.
Yeah. That's why
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Before that, there's really good graphics in Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I got for my birthday last year or 2 years ago. That has some
mhm.
insane looking graphics, and things like Metal Gear Solid 5 and like Sniper Elite 4. All of those have like really good graphics. And Doom Eternal, Doom Eternal. I got that
Oh, Doom Eternal.
for $8 or $9 during the
The
Christmas
background of that
sale.
game was incredible.
Yeah, it's like they hired a background artist to make sense of the lore, and he just went ham
Oh yeah.
because there's so much lore for some reason. But anyways, you were saying
It,
realistic
yeah.
graphics.
And so in Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? They introduced ray tracing for the PS5 too, right?
Yeah,
Which was insane. When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's sick! No
like the
way!"
the light was that scene where he goes into the old shop. Literally, the light reflects off of the like you can see the light beams coming in, and you can see him like reflecting off of store windows and stuff, and it looks so cool.
Yeah. And you know, if we're still on the topic of Spider-Man, right? Um, I want to talk about I want to talk about
What are you
oh shoot,
pressing
the
on your
new movie.
keyboard?
Sorry,
You're
the new
like you're
movie.
like trying to
Yeah,
concentrate
sorry.
on talking,
I
but
know.
also extremely
I'm
focused on the game. What is it? What are you
sorry,
playing?
sorry. Now I'm good now. I'm playing Squid Game. It's pretty intense. Anyways, uh, so the new movie was
Hmm.
the trailer was insane. No Way Home, right? That's what it was called. It
Spider-Man, yeah.
introduced from the villains from the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire,
Yeah, Doc
Doctor
Ock.
Octopus. I don't. We know Green Goblin's gonna be in here,
Yeah, that was the
but
one
we don't
with.
know which one though. Yeah, we don't know which Green Goblin's gonna be in it though.
If they're adding all the Spider-Man characters in, like people think, like how there was like 3 rings or whatever in the Doctor Strange thing, that might be like 3 universes colliding. Like all the fan theories are kind of insane. I don't think Marvel has really done up with any of that lore stuff. It's just that people took the stick and ran.
Yeah,
But
but still, it was the
it,
same actor from the Tobey Maguire one too, though.
yeah,
Doctor
yeah, and
Octopus.
then like with digital Photoshop or whatever, Video Shop, I guess we'll
Yep.
call it. They made him look younger, and that's really cool. That's actually
Oh
pretty
yeah.
insane. But yeah, Like, I really hope they bring in Tobey Maguire and like Andrew Garfield just to be with
Oh
Tom
yeah.
Holland and be like, "Who's this spider guy?" And he'd be like, "I stopped the
It's
Vulture and
just
literally saved the
it's just like
universe."
that meme with the original cartoon of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, it's like, "You're not Spider Man. I'm Spider Man." It's like, "I'm gonna point my finger at you." That's what they did at the end of Spider Verse.
Yeah,
The what's his name, Miguel? The 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 2099 spider.
the 2099.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the one
oh, I
who
forget
went
what his
through all
name.
the multiverses, and they're like, this is really like prototype, right? And it's like, I don't have time for that. So he goes through, and then he ends up in the '60s cartoon, and he's like, "I'm gonna point my finger at you." It's like, "What? No, I'm gonna point my finger at you." And it's like, which one's the bad guy? It's like, it's like, you just shoot one of them because they're both
You know,
Spider-Man.
oh yeah. What my favorite Spider-Man is? I would say Noir. Noir. That one's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, because he's from like an entire. He's from like a 1940s kind of detective universe
Yep, which
because he
is pretty
fights
insane.
Nazis apparently.
Yeah, he fought Nazis. I'm really glad
Spider-Man
they
sighted
introduced
in
him
World
in
War
the
II
Spider Verse.
confirmed. Stan Lee was alive during World War II, so I'm not surprised if he made Spider-Man then.
Yeah, he made everything, bro. He's like God to the Marvel universe. He is God to the Marvel universe.
He is, yeah. Stan Lee,
Anyways,
the Stan Lee
yeah,
cinematic
he was a
universe.
great writer.
It's just a
He was a
channel
great.
called the Stanley Cinematic Universe, and then it's just every cameo. Nothing else on the channel, just every cameo he's ever been on. A Stanley Stan account. Spin
What
edits
else
of
is there?
Stanley.
Huh. Huh, huh, huh. What the hell do I do now?
Anyways, there was. Let's get back on topic to the Nintendo
Yeah.
Direct. Because there was one
Yes.
more thing I wanted to talk about. And
Go ahead.
I wrote this on the list before I slept, and it's in all caps, and it's Mario movie. Oh yeah, Jack Black, Bowser, Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong, Chris Pratt, Mario, or Chris Purst, Maro, some Gi, Ligi. I spelt them all wrong. Basically, Jack Black
Okay.
was casted for
Yeah.
Bowser, Seth Rogen was casted for Donkey Kong, Chris Pratt was
Okay.
casted for Mario, and I didn't remember
Yeah.
the name of the guy at the time, but Charlie Day is Luigi.
Charlie Day.
Yeah, the guy who is like in
Sounds
front of all
familiar.
the papers,
Ah.
and he has like the board behind him, and he's looking all confused. It's hard to describe, but he was like in a meme or two.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
But now people were like saying like, I swear to God, if Chris Pratt like says the normal "It's a me Mario" voice, and then like just coughs and speaks in a normal Chris Pratt voice, they're gonna lose their minds. 'Cause that would suck. That would be so bad. Like it would be so predictable. I think that's the reason why people lose their minds over things like that when they come true is because like, oh my god, it's so predictable. The movie is just bad already. Like it's
So
just automatically not good because I've predicted what's happened, and now the whole movie is gonna be ruined. It's ruined. I tell you, it ruined.
um, what the hell, bro?
Man, what
I
the
don't
hell?
know.
Get that pepper off there. Come on, man. Get that pepper off there, man. Get it out of there. That's
So
too
what's the
much
next
pepper.
topic on the list? Milo.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this for a while. I
Let's hear.
have recently started eating like hot sauce with my foods, especially like
Hot
noodles and
sauce.
pizza and stuff. Because instead of anything like ranch here in the Philippines, if you go and get like Papa John's, they just give you jalapenos.
Yeah.
They just give you dried jalapenos
Really?
instead of hot
In the
sauce.
Philippines?
Yeah. But like every other pizza place gives you hot sauce because they don't have any other sauce. There's no like what? There's no ranch. There's no garlic sauce. There's no. I was about to say Caesar salad sauce, but that's not how that works. Yeah, but there's no sauce. They don't have sauce too much. They you can go to like the mall and find normal things like Doritos and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not really that readily available for. It is that readily available actually. You can just go to the mall, but it's not too common to see people buying it unless they have like unless they can afford it. It's not really like the affordable option. So people just put hot sauce with their there's one pizza brand here, and it's not just pizza, but they're well known for pizza. They're called like Greenwich or something, and they're very
Okay.
well known for having like pizza, like Italian foods, like lasagna, pizza, pasta,
Okay.
all that John
All the
Johnson's.
good stuff, right?
I was trying to say jarble and nonsense, and I came out with Johnson's. But yeah, they just have a bunch of food. So they put hot sauce with their pizza. And one time, me, like my family, were at the mall, and my mom bought us a pizza, and it came with hot sauce. And I was like, hmm, maybe since it's pizza and not a food that would be ruined, maybe I'll try it with hot sauce and see how it goes. And then I ate it with hot sauce, and I was like, oh my god, why is this good? Why is hot sauce good? It hurts you. Okay, what is that?
Huh?
You just posted a gif into the chat of
Oh yeah. Don't
some
pay no mind
guy
to it. Pay no mind. Pay no mind
paint.
to it. Pay no mind to it.
It's literally moving. It's a guy painted as Frieza. Whatever, whatever. So
just ignore it. Just ignore it.
basically, I asked the last time me and my mom went to the mall to buy groceries and stuff. I asked her if we could get hot sauce, and I was looking for
Yeah.
the hot sauce, and I found one, and I found all the hot sauce, and it was like, oh, Tabasco, like all the spicy ones, and then I'm just like, I just want kind of a not too intense hot sauce that I can just eat with things I like, and I look over, and it says hot sauce on a bottle, just hot sauce, nothing else, and I was like, that's the
Nothing
one,
else.
that's the one.
That's the one.
It's called Mother's Best hot sauce, and it literally just says hot sauce, nothing special, just hot sauce. That was the perfect one to get started because I could put
And
like
was it good?
it was pretty good. I could put that like as ketchup almost. I mixed it with ketchup when I ate fries one time and it was so good. Oh my god. I mixed it one time we had Papa John's. They gave us like garlic butter and
Yeah.
it was all melted and
I like
everything
garlic
and I
butter.
was like
Oh,
I told my mom they gave us just oil. This is just oil in a thing and we were having our neighbors over so the neighbor was like no, I think that's like garlic butter that you can dip your pizza in or you can put it in the fridge or something. And I was like,
um,
what if I mix
you're
my
kind of
hot.
lagging a bit there, my
Oh,
friend.
lagging?
Yeah. No, you're fine now. You're fine now.
Okay. So I mixed the hot sauce with the garlic butter. And it didn't make any difference at all other than getting like garlic butter on the table. I don't even think it was garlic butter. I really think it was just oil. It didn't taste like anything. But the
But
Papa
you gotta.
John's is really good.
Yeah, Papa John's is really good.
Did you hear
You
that
know,
story
but
about Papa John? The guy who's supposed to be Papa John, the guy who's like the day of reckoning will come. He
oh
supposedly
yeah,
ate 40 pizzas in 1 month. Do you know how much pizza a day that is? That is like 1.3 pizzas a day for a month.
what, for a month.
Yeah.
I did hear about that.
And you must take like at least like an hour just to eat a whole pizza after digesting one yesterday. That must be like a painful experience unless you have laxatives or something. Because that's a lot of bread, which that like and that's a whole pizza too. But he didn't say what kind of pizza. If it was like a small 4 slice pizza, I guess you can do that totally. That's just like a lunch for some people.
Yep.
That's like a lunch for 2 people if they only eat 2 slices. But you know, some people are big guys. Papa John was probably a big guy. He probably needed it.
I think so.
Apparently, he was very racist as well.
I did also hear about that.
Papa
That
John's, we
was
put jalapenos on our pizza. Come over and eat. Unless you're the guys who farm the jalapenos, I don't want you here. Anyways,
you gotta, but
next topic.
yes, sir.
Let's see. So I'm already running out of topics, but there's one last thing I want to talk about that I have on my list. Anyways, you can just talk about something after. But
Yeah, go ahead.
there's a game. Have you heard of Muse Dash?
Muse dash. No,
So it's a game that I saw somebody else play, and it's like a rhythm game, and you have to like punch
I thought so.
things. Like you can like punch robots, you can punch ghosts, and basically you just have to like press 2 buttons in time with the rhythm. But
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a fun game because you just do it to music that you already know. And there was 2 songs that I started playing, and oh my god, I literally like got like 90 something percent accuracy on the first try, because I got an S rank on the first try because it's kind of easy. Easy mode is easy, unsurprisingly. But it was the, what's it called? Do you know the Toho
Yeah.
song for the maid with the knives that can stop time? It's like
The what? I do not. Wait,
oh.
that sounds familiar. Do it again.
And
It's
then it
giving
just
me
goes
Sans.
again. No, that's Undertale, but
But
it's,
that's yeah.
anyways, that song I played a lot on Osu, which is just
Yeah.
another rhythm game. So then I found it here because it was a weekly free song because it's part of DLC, but it's a
Okay.
weekly song that comes out for free every week. And then I played it and I was like, "Oh my god. I beat the song so well." And I'm like, I can just press the buttons in tune in time with the rhythm because I've done it so many times before
Okay.
after playing Osu so much. And then after like 3 tries, I got a full combo, which is pretty
You can get
sick.
combos and you can get combos.
Yeah, you can, because it's a rhythm game, so you can full combo a song by like hitting every enemy.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, and
Okay.
recent
I thought
because
it. Yeah.
since it's a Toho song, because they recently did a collab with the Toho project, so now they have Reimu in the game.
Who's Reimu again?
The red one with
The red
the
one.
with the stick, the red and white one.
Oh, the red and white one with the stick. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense if you wouldn't. It's like not, yeah, like nobody knows Toho now. I didn't know Toho, but now I do. But it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But the game is really fun. It was on sale for 66 cents, and I had $1.35 left in my wallet from buying TF2 items for my birthday. So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna buy the game because this is an opportunity that I'm wasting if I don't get the game because I wanted to play the game before. And I,
Okay.
in checkout, it was 69 cents. That was the good part. It was 69 cents in checkout, and
Oh,
I opened my
69 cents.
laptop and I just downloaded the game and I was like, wow, I'm gonna play that tomorrow, and I did. And it's a fun game. I love the game already.
That's good.
It is. It's such a fun game. If it's still on sale, you could probably get it too. I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but I'll just check.
I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna buy any games until I have an actual like computer I can play with without being
Oh,
worried that it might crash. But I will
no,
be
no,
getting
it's
one.
fine. It's
Don't
only like a
worry.
gig. It's like a gigabyte or two of storage. Like it's really not computer heavy.
And it's perfect.
Yeah, it is. Because it's a 2D game too. Oh, did you play the Deltarune demo?
The Deltarune. No, I
It's
didn't.
so
What's that
fun.
about?
You don't know Deltarune?
It sounds familiar, but I don't
It's
think I've ever played it before.
it's like the parallel universe to Undertale that came out in 2018. And
Oh
then
no,
chapter
I
2
did
was
not.
added recently. Oh
Yeah,
my
no, I
god,
did
it's
not see
free
that.
on Steam. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 are free on Steam, but chapter 3, 4 and 5 are going to be exclusive paid whatever. You have to pay for them. And they haven't come out yet.
Yeah, I haven't. You know, I've seen people play like Undertales. I'm scared to play it. It looks so hard.
Yeah, that's the point of Undertale, but Deltarune is different. Deltarune is so fun. It's such a good game. Even the I finished the first chapter after like 2 hours, and oh
Okay,
my
it took you
god,
2 hours.
yeah, it's like a. It only took me 2 hours of playing it the whole time. But like,
Ah, okay.
man, I've seen people play the first chapter, but like actually playing the first chapter and just like slamming headphones on and just listening to all the music, it's such a good experience. And like seeing all the characters just talk. Like the first part, yeah, it's a little boring, but then once they actually start getting to the action, it's so good. Like there's no way you would ever regret playing Deltarune. There's no way. Are you still playing Roblox?
No, 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 no. I was just there's a I'm getting a call by on my computer, but
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah, I
try
can hear
to.
it.
Anyways, keep on going. Yeah.
I haven't played chapter 2 yet, but I've seen some memes and stuff. And do you know that video where it's like the guy and a really poorly made like Inspector Gadget and they're playing
Okay. Yeah.
Minecraft Pocket Edition. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I love playing Minecraft, playing with brown bricks, making a house." You know that meme?
Yep.
There's like a reference to that inside the game. And it's like a whole character. Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
I need to. I honestly, I need to start. I need to play Undertales. It looks fun.
yeah, it's a
I'm
good
just scared
game.
that I'm gonna be terrible at it. Like games like
Deltarune,
Undertale.
it doesn't matter actually what game you play first. Unless you already played Undertale, because like it's all the characters from Undertale in this game. And
Ah,
yeah, it is a good game.
I've always wondered because again, like I said, I never played Undertales. Is Sans like the villain?
In Undertale? No, no. But if you kill
Because I.
everyone, then you have to fight them. Like they're not the
Oh, I
bad
see.
guys, but if you're the one who fell down the hole and then just started killing every monster you met, yeah, he kind of has to kill you. But
Okay,
you
I
can't
see.
really stop yourself from progressing. That's why he's like, we've probably been here before. So he's like, he's the one who said like, oh, this is my first time like fighting you, or it might not be that way from your perspective because there's a save point before the fight. So he's like aware of the different timelines.
Ah, okay.
That's
Yeah,
pretty epic. That's honestly one of the coolest. Like Undertale, that's a good game. I never played it, but damn, I wish I did. That was such a cool game,
and
especially
I've
all the
you know what
small
else, you know what
jokes and
else I've
everything
seen?
in the game. So cool.
Okay, yeah. You know what I've seen? So, like I said, really, the only when I'm at my mom's, the only game I can play is Roblox. So I'm always like bored, so I hop on it, do things. I always see references to Sans. Like for example, in a game I play, uh, there's this you can get Sans abilities.
Really?
Yeah, and
Like
so
the Gaster
his main.
Blaster and the bone throw?
Yep. So like for example, his main melee attack is just a bone. He just hits you across the head with a bone, right?
Bonk.
And one of his other attacks is the Gaster Blaster, right?
Bruh.
And it's not just one Gaster Blaster. It's like a bunch of them at once, just hammering you all at once, right? And he also summons bones from the ground too, which is kind of cool. Is you know what I've done? What I've been confused about is I had Sans at one point, right? But I
Hmm.
upgraded him to something called X Chara, I think.
Oh yeah,
Have any
that's
idea what that is?
yeah. So basically, in like the Undertale lore, you know Flowey, right?
No. Yeah. Oh, well, I do remember.
He's the yellow
I do
flower. He's
remember
like,
a flower.
howdy, I'm
Yeah.
Flowey. Flowey the flower.
Yeah.
Basically, he used to be the child of Asgore and Toriel, who are like the king. Asgore is the king of the monsters, and Toriel was his wife, but they got divorced because their son Asriel died. And then they got the head scientist to try and bring him back to life using his soul, but they put a soul in a flower.
I
So
see.
now he was the flower. But before that, before the character you play as comes along into the underground, there was another character called Chara or Kara, and basically
Yeah.
she was one of the first humans to like fall down into the hole, or she was the other human to fall down besides you, and apparently she was like really she was like killing everybody, but she was like adopted by or like before she killed a bunch of monsters, or maybe she was the one who killed Asriel. I'm not sure, but she was the one. She was like adopted into their family, but
Okay.
she was really evil. So I guess she's the one who like killed Flowey or something. So when you beat Flowey in a genocide run, you can like choose to kill him or spare him. But if you kill him, he just kind of withers away, and then at the end of the genocide run is where you kill everyone, by the way.
Yeah.
So at the end of the genocide run you see Kara, a character you've never seen before in the game, except if you put the name Kara as your own name it like doesn't work, you have to choose a different name, and that's
Okay.
for all the characters too. It's like a small easter egg. It's pretty epic.
And what? And does Kara or Chara have like? Because in where when I upgraded Sans to the Chara, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I was granted a sword, a giant sword that looked like Ichigo's
It's
base
like a knife.
base sword. Yeah, like a ginormous knife.
Yeah, she has like a knife. That's kind of her character. Because at
Yeah,
the end of the genocide run, she kills you and does like a billion damage.
I
Literally
see.
like nines all across the screen. Like
Yeah, I
maximum
see.
damage.
Thank you for clearing that up because I was confused when I upgraded Sans. I was like, okay, I got this X souls that I could upgrade Sans with, and then I put it together and made X Char. The only thing about X
You know
Char in the
why his
game
name
though
is
is that it's
Sans?
really glitched. Why? I would like to know this.
Because the font of his text is Comic Sans.
The font of his text.
When he talks,
Oh,
the letters
when he
are in Comic
talks.
Sans.
That's crazy.
And Gaster talks in hands. He talks in wingdings. So his name is W.D. Gaster.
Gaster. That also sounds familiar. I think Gaster's also in the game. Does he have like a bunch of hands?
Gaster is the guy who speaks in hands. He talks in wingdings, which is the it's
Oh,
an official like font that you can type in, except it's just all hands. It's all like hand signs and whatever, and different little shapes. Like if you search up wingdings, it'll just be shapes and hand signs and stuff.
I see.
So he's the one who talks in hands. You know, there's a 3% chance to come across, or it's like a really small chance out of, let's say, 100. Out of three runs out of 100, you have a chance to find some really blank looking people in a secret room that talk about WD Gaster. But
Uh huh.
you never actually find him. But like in the sourced files and everything, you can find letters in, or like in a secret lab, you can find letters that are speaking in hands. So when you eventually find out he's the one who speaks in hands, you can translate it, and you find out he was the head scientist before Alphys. But Alphys and Sans are supposedly the ones who worked with him, and then like an experiment went wrong, and now he's like trapped between multiverses. So when that's the reason why there's like a small chance for you to find the people who talk about WD Gaster, and there's only like three monsters who ever talk about him.
And also, I want to ask this too. When you're playing Undertale, right? What happens in between the boss levels? Because I've only seen the boss fights, right?
Oh,
Or the
it's
fights in
just
general.
kind of exploring,
Exploring, like a
making your
pixelated
way
type of game.
downtown, walking fast, walking through the cities, upgrading your stuff to do more damage and whatever. Like it's simple, but it's like you just like walk through things, do a puzzle, meet some characters, talk to characters, look for some items, spend some money. Like it's really just doing stuff until your next fight. Cuz
Okay.
there's no like fodder enemies like there is in Deltarune, cuz every character is like a specific battle. But in Deltarune there's like the enemy types which come at you, and then you can like fight them, and then you already fought them before, so it's like you already know their attacks. But there's one boss battle called the King Checker or something. And if you play Deltarune, that'll be a very good boss fight. Because then you'd know what I'm talking about. And it would be incredible. When I first fought that boss, I was like, is that soy milk? And only people who have fought that boss, or it wasn't soy milk, it was almond milk. Or it was like soy almond milk.
Uh huh.
So yeah. I mean, there's milk.
There's milk.
For no reason, there's just milk in the boss fight.
There's just milk.
When he
All
takes
right.
enough
Yeah.
damage, he drinks milk. And it's literally like a
Okay.
pixelated version of like almond milk, of a carton of almond milk or soy milk. It's just
I
for some
see.
reason it's there. But I'm not going to spoil any more of it. But
All
you
right.
should play Deltarune.
Maybe I'll play or watch a bit of gameplay, more gameplay on
Like
Undertale.
if these games can run on my computer, they can definitely run on whatever you're using.
All right. Yeah, but I'm just about almost done with my PC, anyways.
That's kind of epic.
Yep. Very much so.
Okay, we've been going for 53 minutes. We can talk for another like 10 before we end the podcast because
Yeah.
it's
Do you mind
already
if I
been
go
an
get a
hour long.
cupcake real quick?
Go get a cupcake, EDP. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look for a new topic while he gets the cupcake. Let's see. Uh, what? I forgot that painted man was there dancing. I'm gonna put an image over the entire podcast though, so nobody can see what's going on in Discord. But, geez, that's kind of disturbing. Like, I'm not even. I could probably put. I'll just download the image and put it in at some point whenever I'm talking about it. But that's like disturbing. How do I save this? Let me download it. Yeah, it doesn't work. Whatever. Mm, maybe I could talk about. I really don't know what to talk about now. I'll just wait for him to come back. He's getting a cupcake. We could probably talk about anime again for the next like 10 minutes. That's not a bad idea.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I tried to save your Frieza gif, but it didn't
You tried
work
to what?
because yeah, I wanted to save the Frieza gif so I could make it what's it called? So I could put it over the video when I was talking about it. But, that don't work.
I might be able. I can probably send it to you.
I mean, you did already. But
That's a good cupcake. I ate it so fast.
really,
Uh huh.
well, good for you, I guess. But what else should
I'm
we
not a
talk
control.
about for the last like 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Let's just talk about anime for the next 10 minutes.
Sure.
Let's see. Yeah, so what new shows have you watched? Like have you seen any new shows coming out? Are you excited for any? 'Cause I know I am.
Well, of course, I'm excited for part 6 of JoJo.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
that's just.
completely forgot about that.
I'm definitely excited for that. Well, I what just finished was that time I was reincarnated as a slime season 2. That finished up. That was great.
I was reading that actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Um, there's a show called The Way of the House Husband.
I watched that. It was good.
Yeah, season 2 is coming out soon because there's only 5 episodes and the episodes are like
Oh
10
yeah, I
minutes
saw
long.
that.
So it's a little frustrating when you watch all of it and then you're done because it's only 5 episodes, but they're only 10 minutes. Let's see. I'm just gonna
Oh
look
yeah.
through Record of Ragnarok. Season 1 of Cowboy Bebop is coming October 21st to Netflix here.
On to Netflix. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched Cowboy Bebop. Bebop, incredible show. Loved it.
New episodes coming Thursday. So the Thursday this week, new episodes of The House Husband are coming out, and it already looks so good. What's it called? Comey Can't Communicate. I've read that, and it's really good. They made it into a show,
Did they?
and October 21st, it's coming on to Netflix, apparently. There's a Death Note live action show coming on October
Wait,
15th.
a Death Note live
That's,
action?
yeah, again, I guess.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is it like with Asian, or is it made by English producer?
It's Japanese.
All right. Well,
Hey,
let's
there's
hope
a
the
new Dave
Japanese know more
Chappelle
like
thing coming on Tuesday.
James Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm gonna watch later on?
What are you gonna watch?
I'm gonna watch the premiering in Canada of James Bond.
Is there a new one coming out?
Oh yeah, and it's gonna premiere in like a few days. Actually, I'm gonna go watch it.
That's kind of sick.
Yep.
Honestly, James Bond. I think he's a cool guy.
I honestly think he's a pretty cool guy too.
Guys, racism bad. Haha, funny joke, Milvan. Yeah, racism bad. Ha ha ha.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, Papa John. No, I'm kidding.
Uh-oh. Actually,
Anyways,
yeah, I gotta...
I think uh, I'm actually excited for whenever they put out the new season of Shaman King.
Oh yes, I was watching that.
Yeah, there's only 13 episodes, but it's really good. It's Shaman King was already a show, but they remade it, and it looks really good, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's a
it
good
definitely
show.
does. You know what else I'm really excited for? Honestly,
What?
even though it's made by the people who made Fairy Tale, Eden Zero.
I think I've heard the name, but I'm not too
Yeah,
interested
it's
in
on
that one.
Netflix. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it would, considering that Fairy Tale was all friendship and rainbows, right?
Not entirely. I
Not
mean, like
entirely,
they
obviously, right?
showed
But
when people died, but it was just another one of those. Fairy Tale actually was airing while I was here the last time in this Asian country of mine, and one of my friends had a huge crush on Erza. I guess
Urza.
it's supposed to be a name, like her name is supposed to be Elsa, Elsa Scarlet, but since it's like Japanese, they pronounce it Erza. So he was like, "Oh my God, Erza Scarlet," and everybody else was like, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" And there was a guy
Oh,
I remember vividly. There was one guy at our school who was just like maybe like a big brother of somebody's, but he was or actually, I think he was just delivering something, but he was wearing a fairy tale shirt, and everybody was telling this one kid like, dude, this guy's wearing the shirt with your character on it, dude, come over here, come look." They all made a big deal out of it for no reason. I watched a couple of I watched like 15 episodes of Fairy Tale. It wasn't terrible, but that
it's not that
also,
bad, honestly, as people say it is. It
yeah,
really
but
isn't as bad. But you
I
know what's
also
crazy
liked
about Eden
watching
Zero?
Sword Art Online season 1, so my
Yeah, I don't know
take
why
probably
people hate on
isn't
it. It really
as.
wasn't that bad.
No, it was pretty bad. It is
It,
bad, but
I honestly enjoyed
I
it.
can like bad things.
Of course you can.
Yeah, it's a bad
You
show.
can like
I
that.
apparently the
It's
new seasons are okay though, because the
the new
whole
season. The new
okay,
season is pretty okay. I like it.
yeah, it's different. But the first one was kind of bad. Everything
Yeah,
was kind of
and you
rushed.
know why
At
it was
the end of
probably
the
better.
show, I was just saying like, why didn't they use these characters more when they made a big deal out of them? You know, and he was just too overpowered. Like he really had no challenge against anything. He was
Yeah, I
kind of like
really
a
like
Mary
how the
Sue,
animation that though,
or I
which
guess a
is
Gary Sue. Do you know what a Mary Sue is?
Mary Sue. No,
Basically, a Mary Sue is a character in a movie that's just very overpowered for no reason. Like Rey from Star Wars. She can just do anything at all. She can
in
take
the blink
down.
of an eye.
Yeah, yeah. But for no reason. She never did anything before that. She's just good at the Force. She's just good at lightsaber dueling for some reason. She's good at force healing. Nobody can ever like stand up to her. But it's all like some nonsense about she's just strong because she's a woman and they don't know how to write good female characters. Like there was no sense of progression for her powers like there was for like Luke Skywalker or for Darth Vader or even for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan almost wasn't a Jedi. He was sent to one of those farming planets for failed Padawans until he met Qui-Gon there, Qui-Gon Jinn. And then he
Yeah.
took him under his wing and made him a Jedi. Like there was a sense of progression. We know why they're strong, but for Rey, she's just strong because she's the main character and she can do anything if she puts her mind to it because she's strong and she's a woman and she's the main character and she is a Mary Sue. That's basically what a Mary Sue is.
Okay.
Everybody likes her for no reason. Everybody trusts her just because she's like strong or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they have no reason to trust her, but they trust her anyways. She has no reason to win this fight, but she wins just because. Like Mary Sue's are probably the most idiotic thing ever. Kirito was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a Mary Sue, but he was a guy, so people didn't really notice. People just said he was overpowered. He was pretty overpowered.
Yeah.
and he took on like a half. He took on like a just like a dark name just in like the first two episodes of the show when they're fighting like the first boss, and he's like, you're a something, you're a beta tester, but you're also a cheater, and they're like, yeah, you're a beater. What is
What?
that? They said he was a beater.
A
You're a
beater.
beater because he was a beta tester, so he'd know that there was like a special jacket, his jacket, his cloak.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but the guy who died in the episode was also a beta tester, so he's like, huh, you know about the thing too. You wanted to get the finishing blow. But then Kirito was like, let me heal you. Come on, so you don't die. And the guy was like, no, no, don't heal me. Why? Why? You're literally gonna die in a game. Don't you want to die somewhere else at least? But
On.
and when they don't explain in the show how everybody's still alive after like 3 years of being in the game, apparently it's because they were all like AFK at some point in time because they all had to be moved to the hospital, and they only explained that at like the end of the show or that
Really?
season actually. But man, I still liked
Okay.
watching it. I liked watching Akame ga Kill. That was an okay show for me.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyways, we went off topic a bit. I was talking about Eden Zero.
yeah, what is Eden
Uh,
Zero about actually? I don't know what it is.
so it's basically this kid that was raised by robots. He was raised by robots. He was found on this planet. He was raised by robots, and he grew up around them. He never knew like human had another human at all. He was the only human boy on the island, right? And his only friends were the robots as well.
He's Iron Man.
And yeah, so but the thing is about this kid is that he's not no ordinary kid. His everybody on the planet, right, has a part to play on the island, right? Like for example, this could
Oh,
be a
so
cook on the
they all have their
yeah,
jobs.
yeah, their own jobs.
So,
The kid's job is supposedly the mechanic.
but he's not good at it.
No, he thinks he's good at it. The robots make him think that, right? And because they're his friends. So what happens was, finally he meets a human girl, and this human girl looks very familiar looking. She looks exactly like Lucy from Fairy Tale,
Bruh.
like very very similar. And also Happy's like there too, like not Happy from Fairy Tale, but someone who's named Happy and looks exactly like Happy. He's an XL cat. So this is if since they said he's an XL cat, I would think
Is
they're
this
from the
like in
same
the
universe.
fairy tale universe? Is that why
Yeah,
or
this is in the Fairy Tale universe because I think it's in the future. I would think it is, right?
oh, bruh.
So what happened? And you know what's funny too? You could see references to the old fairy tale itself. Like they'll show Natsu in the background, maybe, or like someone with a fairy tale tattoo on it,
That must mean that
which is kind of.
the guild is still there though.
There is guilds in the show too. It's just different. Like it's cosmic, right? They call it
Cosmic
the
guilds.
yeah. But I have a theory with this kid that he came from, or he was made by a god. This kid, this boy, right? He was made by a god
Made by a
because
dragon.
yeah, sort of like Natsu. It's kind of similar because dragons in fairy tale were like the biggest thing, right? They're like gods.
Yeah, but instead it's just God. It's like, oh my god.
It's just an alien god, like a cosmic god, yeah. And this kid, he's basically going out into the cosmos to try to find the god and figure out who he is. And he also can control gravity too, which is pretty OP.
Oh, speaking of gravity, have you heard of a game called Gravity Rush?
No.
It looks. I played the demo, or Gravity Rush 2. I played the
Uh-huh.
demo, and
Uh-huh.
it is like fun. It's a very fun demo. My goodness. It's free on PS4. The Gravity Rush 2 demo, but Gravity Rush 2 itself is like $32. But from the looks of it, it's a good game. And there's a bunch of free DLC too, like costumes and stuff.
Ah,
But damn, that demo is fun because you can just skip the main missions and just go everywhere. So basically,
oh,
there's
that's good.
there's a girl named Kat who can control gravity, like her own gravity around her, and she uses that to like literally just fly everywhere. She can just fly, and she can run on
I
walls.
see. I know what you're talking about, but the difference between her and this kid is that this kid doesn't directly manipulate gravity. Like he can't just like makes he can make someone heavy if he wanted, but it's much more complicated than that. It actually uses physics. For example, if you wanted to fly upwards, he can change the trajectory of the gravity on him only, and he could get sent upwards. But he can't like fly in the air, stuff like that. He can only get flung. Like for example, if he's falling down, that's like if he was going up or sideways, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, that's what she does in the game. She changes her gravity so she
Ah,
just falls
towards the person.
towards anything, just towards one direction.
Yeah,
Because in Gravity Rush 2, it's like a sky city, so you could technically just fall forever. Unless your
I
gravity
see.
bar runs out, because there is a gravity bar. Which makes sense. You don't want to be able to. But it refills midair, so technically you could go forever, because there's no loss on how far you can fly, but it's fun.
I see.
It's a
Okay.
fun game.
Uh, how long have we been going on for?
Like an hour and 10 minutes, so like 70 minutes. An hour and 11 minutes. Do you think that's good enough to end on? Talking about Gravity Rush?
I think it's good because I gotta take a shower.
Understandable. All right. Well, I guess that's it
Huh?
for this week's episode.
B- b- Ebite. Oh
Okay.
shoot!
Well,
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's so offensive, man.
I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me.
Why would you say that about someone?
All
Okay, well, that's enough of that, I guess.
right.
That's it for these. Damn, that's it for this week's episode. We'll see you in the next one.